Okay, so we're switching the subject. So we went through Mincha. And I think that when we get done with this, we could try to, so that you'll be here Wednesday to learn, Mitzvah Shem. So that would be, okay, so we're really just around the corner from actually finishing this piece, but there are also contradictions here. So there, in Arvis, we have a Kriya Shema. You have the 6 kitzvos of the Mochen De'ima come in. But as we're praying, the Tfilas Arvis, the Taisva B'china Cheres. What's that? So I would have a question is why did he say it like that? Why did he say that, first of all, that what comes in the Kriya Shema is the 6 kitzvos of Ima. And then he said, V'kasher anu mispalalim, as we're praying in the course of our prayers, the Tfilas Arvis, the Taisva B'chinas Acheres. So it sounds like they don't come in together, the way that he's sequencing it. Anyway, I don't know if that's important. So he said, he sheneknasim bo sheish kitzvos demochen the Abba. So more or less we're getting close to where we're at right now. So he said, the aspect of Rachel, Eina Yotzes, she doesn't come out at all. She comes out from the place of the Mochen De'ima start, or stop, whatever way you want to say it, as the Yisod of Ima stops at the Chaza, and that's where Rachel is. Because that's Rachel. So all that comes in here is only the Vok. So what happens is it only reaches down to the Chagat, which I guess he means to say is the upper third of Zeranpin, and it doesn't go all the way into Zeranpin. It doesn't go beyond that level. The Nisharach Lamala, it remains up above, and it doesn't ever come to the place where Rachel is, when it's Pasha the mountain, and it doesn't go downward. So therefore, it only comes out, Leah only comes out up above the Chaz. And I have a basic question about this as we go along, that I think that the Shefa tries to go to this. Now we're here at number Ayin Bet. Samach Tes. And I guess I could read it from the bottom. He says, this, on the other hand, he says, where Rachel can't, but Yaakov can go up. Because the place itself is empty. Why? Let's look at the face of Zeranpin. 1 second. He says, Min Chaz Lamala, from the Chaz Lamala, Ein Omed Sham Shum David. There's nothing there. This is a big difference between Mincha and Marav. Because now Yaakov actually shows himself here. What is he where? He's where Yesh Gam Bechinas Yaakov. There's a Yaakov from the Chaz Lamala. Because in Mincha, Yaakov does not go down there. But the B'tefillas Mincha she'ein hazara mekabel oros de Abba klal. There's no oros of Abba comes in at all, and this seems to be really a crucial idea. Ein yotze parts of Yaakov. There's no Yaakov that develops there. But b'mida de ma'arav sheniknasa b'zara b'gam vok de Abba. But at Marav, when the vok of Abba comes in, and now there's an Abadika light in the upper part, I guess he wants to say, of Zeranpin. He's a Yotze Gam Bechinas Yaakov. This will produce a Yaakov up in that area. But he comes out, winds up, and I guess he means, it's hard for me to understand, that it develops from that light. That is the parts of Yaakov. So he says, Hu Yotze Lamala Minachaz. So therefore now you see Yaakov in a different position. I was thinking that he meant that Yaakov grows up to that place, that there was already Yaakov. But he says, no. Yaakov comes from the Ha'ara that comes from Abba. And since there's no, and normally the place of Yaakov is from the Chaz Lamata. But since there's no Ha'ara down there, Therefore, Yaakov grows out of the ha'ara that's coming from Abba, which is from the Chaza Lamala. So therefore, hu yotza Lamala min Chaza, Sheshama Oras the Vok the Abba, which is where the Oras of the Vok the Abba are located. Shalo Yardu Lamata Mechachaza, they don't go down there. V'kevin shenik nasin bo rock Vok. So only the Vok comes in. He says, Ein ha'orath nidachim l'redis l'mata mechachaza l'nai dezah. So therefore, the oros that are coming out of this vok of Abba, Ein ha'orath nidachim l'redis, they're not pushed down the mata mechachaza l'nai dezah. They don't go there at all. Now, I have a question about this, and I think I really he answered my question. But what is the question? Let's look at number ayin bet in the Shefa. He says, because the place is empty. From the face of Zeranpin, there's nothing to stop the development of Yaakov. So he says, Hine l'chayra tam hadavar parts of Yaakov yotzech b'tam b'chaza l'mata, so that the parts of Yaakov is constantly coming out of the chaza and the mata. So that's where it's normally located. Humakevish Yaakov b'ma oris Abba. It's because Yaakov really comes from the lights of Abba. The Abba. V'hem yotzim b'chaza l'mata, and that's normally where you see them, is that they come through the Yisod of Ima, and they're out there in Gilui, let's say, so to speak, produces a Yaakov. Because it's only there they can break through the masach shel oros the Abba v'latzeis aval l'malam mizeh, but up above that area, right from the Chaza l'mala. Einem yotzim kevin sheyesh sham gam es yisod the ima, because there you have the yisod of ima. So they're in other words are covered up by ima. Because sheyesh base besankim gan the Abba of gam the ima. So if each one of them now has two different what's the right word, screens or filters or coverings, I like that better maybe, is a v'gam the ima yechola the bekoach, some that even ima can't get out of there. Like we've talked about this. Avavokan kasavarada b'mida the Arvis. Now he moved over to the Amida of Arvis. Shenik nasim bezecha begam vok the Abba, where enters into Zer Anpin, also the vok of Abba. He said v'yotzel memena b'chinas Yaakov l'mala menachaza. Now you see that's what we said, and we just explained all of that. Sheshama oras the vok the Abba, because that's where the lights are. Now the lights of Abba, I'm thinking, are still inside of still inside of Ima, right? Because you have the vok of both of them. And does have to go through the walls of Ima and then through the walls of Zeranpin as well. So, but at any rate, it creates a light, which is Yaakov. Shelo yarda the mata mechachaza, doesn't go down below that. Mitam sheniknesu bo rakavok, because of the reason that all that goes in there is the vok. So he says, so therefore, it does not below the chaza. So therefore, ha'oras nidachim. Let me see. He says ve'ein. Yeah, ve'ein ha'oras nidachim. The red is gam namata. They don't get pushed down below the chaza, min the chaza. La'anai dizah. So there's nothing going on the nai. The l'chora yesh la'ayin echu bokeish shnei mesachim. So that was a question that it was developed here. How does it get out? I mean, it has to go through Ima v'chatam b'zeh. So he gets a reason. Who ki kan yisod the ima magia rak adadas. Okay, he said v'lechein l'mala mechachaza shehil hamakom sheyotzik eis parts of Yaakov. So he says, therefore, above the chaza, which is the place which is sheyotzik eis parts of Yaakov, yesham rak masak echad. There's only one, because shel hamochin the Abba v'yochel the koil the tzeis. So he wants to say that I mean, where is the Das of Ima? It's at the, let's say it's at the neck. So it seems like he wants to say that, so that would be blocking, that would be hard, but down below that area, I guess from the neck down to the chaza, is going to be open. And so therefore the light could come out. That's why I understand. If you understand it differently, please let me know. So now that we have, let's see, do we get to number Ayin Gimel also? So I'm going through this with a couple of, with a little bit more detail. Where is the one that I really like? I think it's right here. Bebechinas Rachel, Eine Yecholot that says Lamala Menachaza Derek Ach the Zeranpin. The Fisher Sham Omed is Leah, because Leah is there. So this brings a question to me. If Yaakov and Leah are having a Yichud Lamala Menachaza, and Leah is barking Rachel, don't you have to have Leah come around to the front? I mean, you have a Zeran pin in between the two of them. She has to come around to the front to make a Yichud with Yaakov. That's what I think. If she does that, so therefore there's going to be an open space above Rachel, for Rachel to grow, like in Mincha time, where Rachel became a tremendous protection for Zeran pin as she grew all the way up to the top. V'nimsa zivug the Arabis, Shehem Yaakov Leah, v'shneichel l'malam in the. So they could do that because they're up above. So the question is, I said, why doesn't Rachel grow up? That's my question. Why doesn't she grow up all the way to the top like she did at Mincha? But it's only at Mincha time. The Nigdala could call Kuma Zeranpin, if she grows to the whole height of Zeranpin. Commotion is bar lamala shebezech shaleim esiyached im Zeranpin and Nikra Yisroel. Yicholo Rachel, excuse me, la'alo b'makom b'chabeshech b'leah shena'as is panui. So she goes and takes that place. It's empty. And there she's going to make a yichud not with Yaakov but with the panim of Zeranpin, or let's say the part of Zeranpin which is Nachal Zalamala. Ba'arav is a yichud ben Yaakov and Leah, but in Arav the yichud is these two. She'az Leah and the she'eres but Makom Leah blocks her. Vein sham makom shegam Rachel tavach b'sham lehis yachad im Yaakov. But the chayra tzarek bir b'zeh. You have to explain this. How does this work? So he says that the place that she had that was before this, she's not there anymore. I guess she comes around to the front. So why doesn't Rachel go up there? Now give me another minute, okay? Like you have there. So should she grow up right up just like she did before? But there has to be a mechanism. I think he wants to say that. Rachel lokechas as a mekom ba'ev shachalomer shebemincha zecha b'schus Eliyahu. Okay, he's really right at the punchline. He says that he says as makom of Avshalom shebemincha b'schus Eliyahu, because it's the time he was answered. We said that before he should tikkun the halachas Rachel Lamala, because of the schus of Eliyahu, it causes Rachel, it gives her an energy to be able to go up. Otherwise, she would stay down. We have that in Befarish, Bedrash, Kriyashema. We have all of that. But the fetus Arvis, lo naasa tikkun that Eliyahu not playing into that al yedei Eliyahu. Okay, so therefore she remains down below, and we'll finish it. That's it. So that's the basic shot. Interesting. Kol Tov.